Chapter 2 of Galactic Soul History of the Universe by Rising Phoenix Aurora. Civilization Inside a Mountain, Session number 222, recorded in November 2019. Never before shared. In this in-person aura hypnosis healing session, Bella has suffered from lifelong illnesses, going in and out of the hospital since very young. She traveled from Canada to see me, with hopes to begin alleviating and self-healing, wanting to remove what was oppressing and negative within her. We see who she truly is beyond this earth and her unique soul family. She finds herself in a time and space where she has amnesia, not knowing who she is or where she came from, while harnessing supernatural abilities. Come join us together in this journey from the cosmos to the inner mountains to learn more about energetic shielding and energy healing. Here we explore an ancient, sacred civilization of monks hidden inside a mountain. A quote from Bella. I felt love for him, and my skin started to glow. I walked to him, and I didn't know how else to say thank you. I did not know the language, so I pressed my lips against his, and he accepted. He understood what I meant by it. Bella says, I see purple and blue lights. Aurora says, beautiful. Look at yourself. Do you feel like you have a body? Lights, silvery. You are light and silvery? Is there any shape to you? Like the outline of a body. Do you feel male, female? Female. Besides the energy colors you're seeing, is there anything you might have on you? Jewelry, any shapes, anything else you see on you? No. Look all around you. Tell me what else you're seeing all around you. Stars. Tell me what the stars look like. A bit like my light. They look like your light? Yeah. Are all the stars the same colors? No. What are some of the colors you're seeing within the stars? Golden, green, orange. Is this just one star or multiple stars you're speaking of? Many. Would you like to get closer to one star in particular? Is there any that draws your attention? Too many. Why do you think that you are here? I feel home is close. Go ahead and allow yourself to be drawn to where home is. Tell me what you're seeing along the way. What's going on? I'm floating. Feels warm. More purple, more gold. You are purple and gold? The light is. The light is that is floating? That is pulling me. Look at yourself. Do you have a human body or is there any shape to you? Human shape that is light. Okay, follow that light and tell me what it feels like to connect to it. Very warm, comforting. Are you going toward it? Yes. How is it that it pulls you toward it? How does that feel? Just like a hug. How does the hug feel? Very warm. It's really bright. Allow yourself to go there now. Wherever this home is, you're there now. Tell me what you're seeing and sensing all around you. Bella says, I sense movement, like a lot of energies working together. Are you from this light now? Tell me where you're at within this light. With others like me. What do they look like? Light, white lights moving around. Do they have a humanoid shape as you do to your light? Smaller. They're smaller. The small human. They are a smaller human, a humanoid shape. Humanoid, yeah. Are you saying that you are bigger than they are? A little bit. What is it that you are all doing? Working together, helping each other. Are there many of them there? Yes. Tell me what you're seeing and sensing. How are you helping one another? We're giving stuff to each other. I don't know. It's as if we are handing things to each other. Tell me what that looks like. It's like passing energy back and forth. When you take that energy that is being given to you, what are you doing to it? We pass it on to another? So you just keep passing it around to one another? Yes. Does it do anything to your energy? It makes me feel lighter. Do you just pass it on, or is there any part of the energy that goes into you? It goes into me a bit. Doesn't stay long enough for I have to pass it on. How are you all doing this? Are you standing in a shape of sorts, or how is this occurring? So, a lot of movement, a lot of running around. I know you said that you are within these light bodies that are with you. Tell me what the space looks like that you are in. It's like a dome with a glass. Is there any color to the glass? It's open. You can see into the galaxy. Does this dome have any base to it? Not really. It's like it's not fully solid. Are you inside of the dome? Yes. All of you are? Yes. You're saying that it's not solid, or are you saying that it is? It's more fluid. Are you saying it's like an energetic dome structure? Yeah. Keep moving time along and let me know what happens next of importance. Tell me, these light bodies you are meeting up with, what do they feel like to you? What connection do they have to you? They feel like a neighborhood, like neighbors, like a family, a community. Are there feminine and masculine energies, individuals there? Yes, both. Tell me what happens next of importance. We are sitting in a circle. Do you think that there are many? Yes. They all fit within the circle? Yes. What is it that you are all doing? Why are you sitting in a circle now? Prayer, a type of prayer ritual. What are you praying for? Safety. Safety of what? For our kind to not be disturbed. What does this safety look like? Does it have any form? Source energy. It looks like a ball of golden light above the circle. With your prayer, you all are creating a ball of golden light? Yes. Okay. We're combining our energy, building it so it can become bigger. It's getting bigger as you all keep praying on it? Yes, a lot more gold. These beings that are sitting around in a circle, is everyone the same color? Or are there some that are different colors? Just white lights. Why gold? It's rich and warm. Keep moving time along, moving along to see what you all do next with this ball, or what happens next of importance. It's like it's leaking over our dome, and the dome wasn't visible, but now it's like the ball is just oozing, like painting our dome with gold. What is the purpose of that? It's a type of shielding. You all are shielding the dome that you are in? Yes. Tell me, what does it look like once you feel that it's come to what it needed to? Like the dome is more solid, made of gold. Does it still just have the dome and no bottom? The bottom is there. It's more solid. We can move through the dome if we want to, but I don't think anything can come in. You can move out through the dome, through it. Yes. Why do you say nothing can come in? Because of our golden light, we control it. Do you think others can see? I think so. They can see the gold. Do some of them try to come in? I feel this is why we're protecting it, so that nothing can come and disrupt the peace. There was an urgency, as if we needed to create this. Was it created for you all who are within the dome, or for something else within the dome? It was for all of us. We can leave if we want to. We can move through it, and we can come back and be safe. Only our energy can penetrate it. What would happen if someone tried to penetrate it and it wasn't you? They just wouldn't be able to. What would happen to them? They would just stay outside of the dome. It would stop them from coming in? Yes. What are some of the reasons why you all leave and come back? We don't leave, we just can if we want to. How many would you say are within the dome? Many. I think I'm close to 5 or 6. There are many more. Hundreds or thousands? Hundreds, yes. Keep moving to when something else has changed, something of importance. Tell me what you see. What happens next? I feel my son. I feel him. Where is he? Like he is close, but far from me, like behind a glass wall. Would you like to find him? Yes. Let's see how you're able to locate him. Tell me, I know you are within the dome. What do you do to find him? I don't know. Are you able to leave the dome to try to find him? Is he inside the dome or outside? He's outside. I don't know where, though. Do you know what happened to him? He's somewhere else. Is there anything that you could do about that? I can walk through the dome, but I will be out in a space where I might not be safe. Are you able to carry some of the energy of the dome with you so that you can be safe? Not fully. So, are you saying once you leave the dome, you're vulnerable? Yes. Why do you say that you wouldn't be safe? Or what are some of the things that could happen? There are denser forms that are waiting to attack. Waiting to attack you all? Yes. Why is that? Wanting to disrupt the peace, light. Do you all help out with some sort of this peace and light? We work together. You work together? Doing what? This is why we stay together. We work together to build the dome so we are safe. Is your son like you? Yes. What do you think happened to him if you can't find him? I feel he was taken inside a glass box. Do you know what his glass box is? Certain energy fields. Is there anything that you can do about this? I can't get through the box. Why not? It's at a different vibration. Are you there where the box is at? I found it. You did find it. Where was the box? Did you have to leave the dome to find the box? Or, yes, I left the dome. I didn't go far. Can you tell me what this box looks like? Like an energy field. Like, looks like glass, but it's not. You can see him inside of it? Yes, he's like me. Can he see you? Yes. How is he in there? It's like our hands are touching, but the box is separating us. Can you ask him who it was that put him there? How did he get there? I don't know. Okay. Is there anyone that you could call for aid to try to help remove him? Are you familiar with any archangels? Archangel Michael. Would you like to call Archangel Michael to help you with the situation of your son there? Yes. Go ahead and call for him. Archangel Michael, please help me. Let me know once he's there. He's there. Wonderful. Tell me what he looks like. Very bright blue energy. Is he there by himself? Yes, he's touching the box. Tell him what's going on. Is he touching the box? I think he's trying to remove it. Tell me everything he's doing. He's putting his energy on it. What does his energy look like? It's a lot of blue and white light. It's glowing. I feel my son is closer now. What is his energy doing to the box? It's like it's disappearing. Is Archangel Michael your size or is he taller? He's a bit taller. Tell me what's going on as the box is disappearing. What's going on with your son? He's coming to me. Your son is coming to you? Tell me what that's like. Feels really warm. Love. Really deep love. What happened to the box? It's gone. Can you ask Archangel Michael or your son, how was it that he ended up in this box? Feels like somebody put him there. Ask Archangel Michael if you could find out how this happened so that we can heal when this occurred. There was an attack on the peace. My son was trying to communicate to me. I don't know if he was allowed to. It was like he was imprisoned. Why did they imprison him instead of just, killing him or ending him? They didn't want the communication to occur. Are you saying that he was going back to give you all a message? Yes. Okay. And so that he wouldn't give you the message, they put him in a box. Yes. Why would they need to put him in a box instead of, say, just ending him? To distance the love energy, to try to block us. Okay. Sadness. What was it that he was trying to warn you about? What was the message? Something that was coming to disrupt the peace. Disrupt the peace where? Our civilization. Your dome civilization? Yes. Okay. What happened to them? They are hiding, waiting. Are you able to ask Archangel Michael and his legion to see what they can do about them trying to attack you? What does Michael say? I don't think it is their battle. What would you like to do now that your son is freed? Going home. Very good. What does Archangel Michael do? He embraces us and we leave from that space. And does he leave as well from that space? Yes. Do you both go on your own? Yes. Tell me what happens once you have him with you. Are you going back? We go back into the dome. What happens when you go back in? My son is in the center of the prayer group. We are healing him. Sadness. Do you feel that he was in the box for a long time? Yes. What is the reason he had sadness? Being away, being kept apart. Is everyone healing him? Yes. How do you heal him? We are combining our energies and creating that same ball of light above him. As if we are creating our own energy of the sun. It is shining over him, and he's basking in that light. This light is helping him heal from his sadness? Yes. Within this dome, is there anyone that you feel you are perhaps a partner with? I feel like I have a family. I feel like my partner's away on his own journey, somewhere trying to help us. Do you know where he's at? No. Has he been gone for a little while or long? A long while. Is there any way that you can connect to him to see how he's doing throughout time as he's gone? I know he is safe. That's all I know. Let's go to another important time where we find answers that we seek for your highest good. You are there now. Tell me what you see. Back in the forest, foggy, you hear water. Look at yourself. Do you feel like you have a body? Yes. What do you look like? I'm female, very, very pale skin, dark, long hair. I am barefoot and dirty. Do you feel younger, older? A little younger. What are you doing there? Lost. I don't know where I came from, but I found myself in the forest. Is that all you remember? Yes, and I have a cut on my leg, and I am rinsing it in the water. I rip some of my clothes and wrap it around. What are you going to do next? I hear movement in the trees. What is it? It is some young man. He has light golden eyes, golden brown. Do you feel that you know him? Does he know you? No, but I feel he is kind, and I'm not scared. What does he do? He approaches me. He noticed that I am hurt. He wants to take me to a shelter, to his home. How do you feel about that? I'm uncertain. I'm confused. I don't speak the language. You don't speak his language? No, but I understand him somehow. How are you understanding him? I am reading his energy. What will you do? I go with him. Tell me, once you're there now. What does this house look like? His home? It has wooden table, chairs, a big fireplace in the kitchen. Is there anyone else there? No. Lots of candles. They aren't lit, just the fire. There's an upstairs. There's a bathtub. He's filling it with hot water. In the house from the outside, what did it look like from outside? Stone? Just stones and wood. Did it have a shape to it? Yes, it's like a square, like a little cottage. What happens next? He gives me clothes, clean clothes. I bathe and I get dressed. The clothes are very loose, big. I go down the stairs and now there are people there. Who are the people? His friends are concerned. They're talking about me, like what to do with me since I don't speak. How do his friends look? What are they wearing? Gold, linen, beige. How many people are there now? There are 2 sitting at the table. He's standing. I saw the candles and I didn't like that they were not lit, so I lit them with my touch. I touched the wick and it came to life, flames. Did they see you do this? What was their reaction? They were in shock and fear. He didn't fear. He somehow understood. I didn't understand that they were in shock because for me that was normal, but then it wasn't normal for him to not be in shock. What is he wearing? Green pants, a type of suspenders, and a white linen shirt. Do you feel that he's much older than you? No, not much older. We're close in age. What is it that happens next? His friends lose their tempers in fear. They think something's bad about me, and he didn't see that at all. They thought that I was evil in my anger because of their reaction. I didn't like it. My energy made the flames get higher on the candles, and then he told them to stop. And in that moment, I calmed down. I felt love for him, and my skin started glowing. I walked to him, and I didn't know how else to say thank you. I did not know the language, so I pressed my lips against his, and he accepted. He understood what I meant by it. Keep moving the scene along, and tell me what's going on next. We go off searching for something. Who is we? Me and him. His friends leave, and we go off sometime later, searching for where I came from, but I have no memory of it. I didn't know how. I just appeared in the forest, and I didn't know how else to communicate but through energy and touch, and hoping that a person would understand what I'm feeling, like I am transferring a feeling to them. What happens when you're not able to find where you came from? What do you do next? It's not moving forward. Let's go back now to right before you found yourself in that body, in that place where you had lost your memory. We're going back to before that, when you had your memory and you knew where you came from. You are there now. Tell me what's going on. You're able to see and sense everything clearly. I'm a child in a cave. Are you the same child you were? Yes, just younger than what I was in the forest. You are in the cave, and tell me what's going on. It's as if I am with monks, people in hoods that look like monks. They're hiding. What colors are their hoods? Brown. You said they're hiding? They're hiding. I don't know what they're hiding from. Are you with them? Yes, they're taking care of me. Are you the only child there? Yes. How many monks are there? 5, maybe more in the tunnels that they live in. You live in these caves? Is there a place that you all call home within these tunnels? Yes. Tell me what your home looks like. It's a bed in a little nook. We eat in the common area all together. I have a bed, a little area of my own little privacy. Do you feel like you were born there? No. Where did you come from? I only know there ever since I was a child, but I wasn't born there. I was taken or saved. Is there someone you can ask, where was it that you came from? It's as if they knew of a prophecy of some sort, so they took me as a child. I was a baby. They took you from who? I see one taking me out of a crib, an old wooden crib, and leaving the house. Was this with the permission of the parent? I don't know. It's like yes and no. It wasn't fully agreed on, but the knowledge was there. The parents knew about everything, but they didn't accept for me to be taken. They took me anyway. They believed they were doing good. How was it that they found you? How did they know you were there? I don't know. Are you able to see what your parents look like? Mom had curly hair. I don't remember more than that. Now that you are in this cave, is there anyone that tends to you specifically? One. He's like a father. Tell me more about him. He's kind, worried. What is he worried about? About protecting me. Why is it that they have to protect you? They don't want to tell me. They don't want me to fear, but I feel the worry. Is there anything out of the ordinary that you're able to do that they are not able to do? Through my hands. Like, I communicate through my hands. I think I can heal as well through touch. I think I can access the elements. I use the energy found in the elements. What do you do with it? I heal. I feel like they worry that I can do more, that the world views me as a threat. I don't belong here. What else can you do with your abilities? I spark fires in the fireplace. How do you spark the fire? The energy in my hands. You use the energy from your hands to spark it? Yes, I use and I take that energy from the earth. You take the energy from the earth to spark the energy in your hands to spark the fire? Yeah, I channel it. Are there any other elements that you could do that with besides the fire? I can put the fire out with my hands as well, like I create a wind. Do you mean wind comes out of your hands? Yeah. And that puts out the fire? Yeah. Tell me what happens next of importance while you're in this cave. What happens next? Go to another important time. Another important time where we will find the answers that we seek for your highest healing. You are there now. Tell me what you see and sense. I am growing older, not a child anymore. I am upset. They're hiding so much from me. Are you able to speak their language? No, I'm mute. I don't communicate with language. I touch people and they understand what I'm telling them. A man that is like a father to me, he is sad because I want to leave. I want to go out into the world. I want to live more. He tells me it isn't safe, but I'm set arguing with him because I believe I will be safe. He explains to me that people are not like me. I don't want to believe it. I just want to be normal. I want to know more. There's more to life. Is there a name that this group goes by? It's a brotherhood. I don't I can't get more than that. And what happens next of importance? I run away. You leave out of the cave? Yes, while everyone is sleeping. How do you get out? Tunnels, passageways. There's a wooden door that I go through and I come out of the mountain. They were inside a mountain? Yes. Tell me what this mountain looks like. It's high, but not too high because I can see the ground below. It's not too far, but it's all rocks. What did you do? There's a lot of steps, but they're not real steps, so it was hard for me to keep walking. Are you wearing anything on your feet? No. What do you do since you feel that it's hard for you to come down? I climb down really slowly, but I twist my ankle. I fell. That's why I don't remember. I hit my head. My memory never came back to me. I forgot about the brotherhood. I just remember being in the forest and being saved by the young man. Go back there now with the young man. What happens eventually? Do you stay with him? I stay with him. I realized that the world wasn't accepting of my abilities. He was the only one that did. He protected me. Look into his eyes. Do you recognize his soul? Yes. Who is he? He is the same one that follows me all the time to protect me. Who is that? I don't know who he is. He has just always protected me. That's all I know. Is this a family protection or a romantic protection? Loving. It wasn't always romantic, but most of the time, yes, romantic. Go ahead and go to the last scene, the last day of your life there with him. You are there now. Tell me what you see all around you. What's going on? He got hurt. I don't think I could have healed him. He's hurt? Do you feel like you are all older? He's lying down, not much older. I was sad because I didn't want to stay there without him. He had to go. Do you mean he had to go as in he died? Yeah. What do you do? I stayed with him. He was lying down and I was on my knees with my head resting on my arm next to him. I was holding his hand. I was taking his pain away. Do you know how he harmed himself? What happened to him? I think through work, or it was with a tool, or it was an accident. He was bleeding from the abdomen. I didn't understand what had happened. I just knew that I wasn't able to heal him. But all I could do was take his pain. So he felt normal, and he didn't know that he was dying, because for once I felt I could protect him. I feel like my soul stepped out of my body once he was gone, because I decided I was done there. Yes. What did you do after that? I saw the light. I feel like I was greeted by my real parents. Tell me what your parents look like. My mom was beautiful. She had long, dark, curly hair. My dad had a beard. You were reunited with him once more? Mm-hmm. They stayed there for a while. I keep seeing my dad with a pipe in his hands. Look into their eyes. Do you recognize their souls? It's my mom. And the father? I don't recognize him. The higher self is called forth. Can I please speak to the higher self of Bella? I am here. Thank you. Am I speaking to Bella's higher self now? Yes. I honor you, love you, and respect you. Thank you for all the aid you have given us today. I know that you hold the records of Bella's different lives. May I ask you questions, please? Yes. Thank you for showing us such beautiful experiences there. I have a couple of questions. I know that you first took her to a place in the cosmos where she was inside a dome and she was with others that were like her. Why did you take her to this place? What was the purpose? It has to do with this life now. What was the connection? Love. What were some of the lessons that she needed to learn there that will help her at this time? Working with energies. You want her to start working with energy just like she did in that life there? Yes. Tell her, what are some ways that she can do this? Reiki, energy healing. Beautiful. And that son of hers, is it someone she knows or will know in this life, in the future? No, he's there. She mentioned that if you come out of the dome, you are unsafe. How is it that she is here? She's a fragment. Part of her is there, part of her is here. She's mostly here, living another life and having contact through her fractal to the earth. So the her there can connect to the her here? Yes. Since you mentioned that it was unsafe outside the dome, is she being provided with some sort of safety here? She is safe here. She is protected here. Then you took her to a life where she was gifted within her abilities, and she was different, and then monks had taken her in. Why did you take her to that life? What was the purpose? Healing and loving again, romantic love. Did she fall in love with the man, the boy that saved her? Yes. Did he love her? Yes, very much. She needed to know this person. Is that why she left the cave to find him? She had a pull. She knew there was something more. Can you tell me more about these monks? Who are they? They had access to knowledge beyond, and they believed it was their duty to follow protocol. And what was the protocol? Their ways. They believed in what was good and bad and what was needed to be protected. They believed she was God, a part of God with abilities. They didn't want her harmed. They had the knowledge that the powers she had could have been used for evil. And if they would have left her with her parents, could that have been a possibility? No, but she could have been taken by the wrong people. She was vulnerable with her parents. So, them taking her away, did that have to happen to keep her safe? Yes. Is there a name that these monks went by besides Brotherhood? With the sun. Brotherhood of the Sun. And was she like they thought she was part of God with those abilities? Yes. What did they think she was? Was there a name that she had that they had for her? No. She is the warrior of the light. Explain to me these two different lives. I know that there's a purpose why you showed them to her. This warrior of the light. Would this be the same being that's within the dome? Or would it be another aspect of her? It's the core aspect of her, her origin of creation. This dome, was that a part of her origin of creation, or was it just another part of her? It's the closest thing to home for her. It's where her child is and her true family. She had a question since you're talking about her child and her family. She felt that this will have a connection to Andromeda. Is that correct? Yes. This location is near Andromeda? Yes. The body scan begins. At this point, higher self, if we can start scanning her body from the head all the way down to her feet, we are looking for any negative energy, any entities within her, anything that needs healing. Let me know, higher self, if you require any assistance from the archangels. There's something in the left elbow. Can you do the body scan on your own, or do you need any assistance from the angels? I need assistance. Which archangel would you like to call upon first? Michael. Very good, higher self. If you could connect us now to Archangel Michael. Greetings. Higher self says nothing. Aurora says again, higher self, let me know what's going on. But still, higher self says nothing, still not connecting. Scan her for where there perhaps might be a blockage to her connecting to Michael. Higher self says, the abdomen. Let's go ahead and scan that area now. Higher self, let's see what there is that's blocking her connection to Archangel Michael. I will go ahead and assist with love light so we can see what's blocking. Is there an energy, an entity? What's there? There's a block in the energy. Tell me, what's the root of the blockage? Scan thoroughly. What's there that's causing this? Higher self says, I'm not getting anything. Let's continue scanning the area. Higher self, keep scanning and communicating. Even though perhaps we might not be fully connecting to Archangel Michael, we know that he is here. So perhaps we can work by, how about you ask Archangel Michael, what is within the abdomen that is causing this blockage? He can give you answers the way as well. Higher self says, I am not hearing anything. Aurora says, let's continue working with the higher self. I'm going to ask you what it is, and you just tell me whatever your first impression is. Higher self, what is in the abdomen? Is there an entity? There's a density. Does this density have a consciousness? Yes. With a consciousness, would that not be an entity? It's not communicating. It's like it's breathing. Would this consciousness be a reptilian consciousness, or would it just be an entity? An entity. You said that you could sense it breathing? Yes. If we could, with the higher self's permission, can we ask the angels to surround it with symbols? They know which symbols to use. Can you do that? Thank you. Yes. Very good. Now that it's surrounded with symbols, if we could still have assistance, as you might not be able to hear them yet. They're still there all around us. If we can, just like she was able to call forth Archangel Michael to help her son, she's able to call forth here just as easy now for Archangel Michael and the angels' help. Can you do that? Yes. Good. If we could have Archangel Michael now assist us with bringing up this entity into her stomach area, her abdomen. If it could please come up, up, up. Now please. I'd like to speak to this entity here in her abdomen. Let me speak to you now. Greetings. Can I please speak to the entity in the abdomen? Tell me what's going on, higher self. There's no connection. Higher self, let's look at her crown area. Go ahead and keep that entity in the symbols. Now, let's look at her crown and see if there's something there that's blocking the connection. Scan her now. Look at her head. Scan her head, her crown, and third eye area. The third eye. What's going on with her third eye? It's blocked. Let's figure it out. Let's find what is causing the blockage. What does it look like? Like a cap. What color is this cap? Red. Let's ask. Just like we did in her past life, we're going to ask Archangel Michael to keep assisting us here. Are we able to remove this cap that's over her third eye? Higher self? Higher self says, there's pain there. Higher self, if you can help alleviate the pain now, do I have permission to use the Phoenix fire to transmute this cap out of her third eye? Yes. Good. Using the Phoenix fire now. Transmuting out that cap. Feel it. Sense it disintegrating, no longer being there. Transmute it with the very golden energy that you all were using within the dome. Let me know once it is transmuted and removed from her third eye. Higher self, if you can fill in love light to that area of her third eye to make her connection strong, nice and healthy. Can you do that, higher self? Yes. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and continue scanning her head. Let me know if there's anything else that could be blocking her connection. Help her see, sense, feel. Tell us what is within the head. Anything else we can address to help the connection? Left temple. What is there in the left temple? Chip. Do you mean like an implant? Yeah. What shape is the implant? Square. Can you tell me, what is it causing her? Blockage, tension, neurological problems. When was this inserted into her? I don't know. Was it in this life or another life? I'm not sure. It's okay. Higher self, do I have permission to use Phoenix fire on this implant as well? Yes. Wonderful. Using it now. While we're transmuting that implant now, can you tell me when was it that this cap over her third eye was inserted? Another lifetime. Let me know once that implant is transmuted out. While we continue working on this, let's go ahead and scan her head one more time. See if there's anything else that's blocking her. Okay, an implant has transmuted out. Beautiful. Is there anything else in the head we can address? No. Okay, very good. There's a block between the shoulder blades. All right, scan that. Tell me what is there. And then again, higher self, fill in love light to where you remove the cap and the implant in her head, making it healthier once more. Tell me what is between the shoulder blades. A cap. Another cap? Yes. What is this cap? Is that negative technology? Yes. Is this similar to an implant? Almost. Can we go ahead and start transmuting that out? Yes. We're using Phoenix Fire once more there. Can you explain what you meant by almost? What is it? It's like a shield around it. It's not an implant, a cage. This cap creates a cage-like energy? Yes. And when you say shield, do you mean it in a negative way? Yes. Would you call it more of an encagement? Yes. Is it holding back the power and the energy within these areas where they're at? Yes. Would it be similar to, for example, that box that her son was placed in? Is it similar to that? Similar, still different. We're transmuting that now out of between her shoulder blades. If you could start flooding your infinite higher source energy, higher self, would you like to integrate even further into her now? Yes. Let's go ahead and allow for the higher self now to come in through the crown now, coming in and integrating even stronger as her higher self allows for her highest good. Higher self, can we reconnect now once more to Archangel Michael? Yes. Good. Connect us now, please, to Archangel Michael. I would like to speak to him now. Please, let me know once the cap between her shoulder blades is transmuted out. I'd like to speak to Archangel Michael now. Feel his beautiful energy scanning you and connecting to you. Feel that beautiful blue energy that you saw from that life within the dome. If I could please speak to Archangel Michael now. Greetings. I still feel him, but no communication. That's okay, so long as you feel him. Perhaps we are just meant to talk to the higher self, and he will be there for assistance. Okay. Very good. Now, higher self, you can just keep communicating back and forth with Michael, and he could communicate to you if there's anything that he can help you in guidance and to make sure we don't miss anything. How does that cap look between her shoulders now? Feeling it's still there. Good. It's transmuting out. Very good. Let's go ahead and continue her body scan, higher self. We know that there is a consciousness in her stomach. Are we able to talk to it? Is it able to come up and speak through her? Or do I just speak to it directly? Higher self says, it won't speak through her. Is that because it's choosing not to, or it's just not possible? It's not possible. Okay, very good. I'm going to go ahead and speak directly now to this consciousness within her abdomen area. I'd like to speak to you now. If you could just listen to me. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you. I love you, I honor you, and respect you. I understand that perhaps you have been there sometime. I know that you won't speak, but perhaps if we can just figure out when was it that you attached yourself there. Higher self, if you can see, when was it that it attached itself there? I'm not seeing it. That's okay. Archangel Michael, if you could just keep assisting us. Entities there in her abdominal, I'm giving you a chance now. We know that you've been there some time. For whatever reason, you're there. As you know, the earth is ascending itself. The universe is ascending. And negatively polarized energies like you cannot be attached to her or anyone else. Any parasitic entity drawing energy. The earth is ascending. Therefore, when the time comes of ascension, entities like you, energies like you, will be automatically recycled straight back to source. We're helping you instead by giving you the option to ascend into a positive polarization so that you no longer have to do this anymore, attaching yourself to anyone's body. You can instead go ahead and incarnate and go somewhere else. Live on your own, creating your own light. Would you allow us to aid you today so you could spread your love light? Silence from the higher self. Higher self, is it allowing, yes or no? I am not sure. What do you feel? Nothing. No response. Higher self, ask Archangel Michael. See if we can get a response from him. Can we help it spread its love light? Not getting answers. Aurora says, Higher self, I want you to go within you and your abilities. Just as gifted as you were, infusing emotions and sensations during that life when she was living with the monks. Just like that being she was in the dome, I want her to now activate and unlock these abilities within her as her higher self allows. Whatever's within safety for her highest good, can we do that for her? Yes. Let's go ahead and activate for that now for her, please. Is it starting to be activated? Yes. Good. As we're starting to activate that, I want her higher self to guide her to see what it is that we can do with this entity. Will it allow for it to spread its love light? Feel your emotions and your sensations. What's going on? It won't. Yes, I was getting the same. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Can I ask that since it is encased in the symbols, Michael, it feels like a reptilian consciousness. Is that accurate? Yes. It was masking itself as an identity, or as an entity. Michael, has this been here longer than this life in her energy body? Yes. Can you help her understand when was it that it attached itself so we can find the root and start healing it? It's tied to Andromeda energies. Is it part of those beings that we're watching? Yes. Is that who is watching them, the reptilians? Archangel Michael says, seems like it. Yeah. So when she came down and fractalized herself into this body, did one follow her? Yes. Is this why she has all these issues with health in this area? Yes. Is there more than one in there? Seems like it, yes. Continue activating her ability so she's able to sense this. Yes. How many more would you say is there, higher self? 3. I'm going to give you all one more chance. As you know, we are helping reptilian consciousness throughout all creation to positively polarize so they can have their own experience and gain their own light, no longer having to drain from others. One more chance as I honor you, love you, and respect you, and I know that you can do it. It is such a beauty. There is such beauty and love to no longer have to play this negative polarized role as you are playing. Will you allow us to assist you in positively polarizing through ascension? Higher self says, there's a bit of resistance. How about you all look inside you? Find the light within you. Just look at it. Look at that light that's been waiting to shine brightly once more. It's within you. Do you see that light? It's too much darkness. Higher self, what do you feel? Do you feel that we can help convince them to spreading their light so they can positively ascend? Or will we have to remove them? It's too much resistance. Higher self, they're in the symbols now contained. So, higher self, can you connect us to Archangel Metatron as well for assistance? Yes. Good. So, we call forth on Archangel Metatron as well. Thank you, brother. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Michael and Metatron, can you all please start removing this reptilian consciousness from within her abdomen and contain them in the alchemy symbols? They're no longer to be a part of her. Let me know once you all have them removed. Since she is now understanding what a reptilian consciousness would feel like, let's continue to scan the rest of her body and let's make sure there's no other reptilian consciousness within her. Please, scan her whole body now and help her see, sense, and feel. Higher self, where else does she have more? I know earlier you mentioned her elbow. What was there in her elbow? Pain. Again, we have Michael and Metatron removing them out from her now, please. And as we're moving them out, let us know if you need any Phoenix fire, as well as we're having the higher self fill in with love light from where they're being removed from. Are there any more reptilian consciousness within her? Feels like something is latched onto the elbow. Let's scan that elbow area. Is it right or left? Left. Let's see what is within the elbow. Let's focus our attention while Michael and Metatron are working on the abdomen. Let's focus our attention there. What is there in that elbow? Help her understand. What is it, higher self? It's vibrating like at a negative frequency. Is that a consciousness or a negative technology like an implant, portal, or hook? A hook. If we could follow where this hook is attached to, I can't get in there. Is this hook attached to something within her body or outside her body? Outside. Higher self, can we go ahead and transmute that hook out and remove it out from her? Can I use the Phoenix fire on it? Yes. Good. We're using that. The implant that was the cap was in her, in between her shoulder blades. How does that look now? Faded. It's gone? Seems to be. Make sure if it needs any additional Phoenix fire, we could do it there too. Go ahead and fill it with love light, please. Okay, how's this looking in her elbow? Higher self says it's causing a lot of pain, like searing, burning. Can we go ahead and make it more comfortable for her higher self? Can I use Phoenix fire again, the same golden type energy that was using the dome? We're focusing prayer energy over that area and transmuting it out now. Disintegrating, transmuting the hook out and then following it. If we could have Archangel Michael follow it, follow where it's connected and make sure that it's severed so it won't come back once. Connection is severed. Beautiful. Okay. As we continue to transmute that out, let's go ahead and scan her body one more time. I know we're working with reptilians. Michael and Metatron, are they out yet? Did you pull them out? Michael says, there's one that's still in the abdomen. What's going on with that one? How come it's not out yet? It's fighting. Do you need me to use any Phoenix fire directed in that way? Yes. Okay. We're using Phoenix fire toward that one that is holding on. Michael, too much anger. Using the Phoenix fire to transmute the anger, tell me how it's looking. Is it removed? Yes. Good. Let's go ahead and heal that area. I know that she has a list of things that might be connected to this area. If we can start the scan, let's begin the scanning of what she wants to be healed within her. The Epstein-Barr virus. Can you find any help? And help her sense where the root of this began from within her? I don't know. Was it connected to the reptilian consciousness that we removed? Or negative implants, negative technology that we removed? Did any of those begin the root of her Epstein-Barr virus? Help her sense and know. Which one was it? Higher Self says, negative technology. In what part of her body? I don't know. It feels like all over. Let's scan her whole body for any part of this negative technology that's been the cause of the Epstein-Barr virus. I want to make sure we do not miss anything. Is there any more of this negative energy, this negative technology, rather, that caused this? Higher Self says, I feel the negative. I just don't know where it is. Can we Phoenix fire her whole body and remove from her any of those negative technologies? Higher Self, do I have permission to do that? Yes. Okay, good. We're starting that now with the intent of healing her, allowing for the self-healing that she needs for the Epstein-Barr virus. You said it's all over her body. Was this an injection of some kind that was inserted into the body? Yes. Was it connected to an immunization shot? Something more than that. Do the immunization shots have anything to do with some of the negative technology? Do they work together to cause the Epstein-Barr virus? Partly, yes. Okay, we're transmuting using the Phoenix fire on her whole entire body from any of this negative technology or AI that's causing Epstein-Barr virus. We're doing it now, please. Transmuting any negative technology within her. And again, we're filling in love light to wherever the negativity is being transmuted out from. Healing her abdomen as well. There's always Archangel Raphael or Yeshua, Jesus, that can assist you with any love light. Do you need any assistance from either one of them? Yeshua. If we can call forth on Yeshua and assisting with infinite love light within the higher self, please. Thank you, Yeshua. I love you and honor you. Very good. Higher self, can you scan her for where the root cause of the fibromyalgia is? Where did the fibromyalgia begin from within her? Her brain. Was it one of those implants in her brain? Was it the cap or the implant in her left temple? Implant. Okay, I know we're already healing that, but again, we're healing the fibromyalgia. Can we do that, higher self? Yes. Thank you. And the temporomandibular joint dysfunction, the TMJ, where did that begin? Implant. Good. Healing that as well now. Please, higher self, are we doing that? Yes. She has said that she suffered a lot her whole life, as well as her mother, from chronic fatigue syndrome. Where is she getting this chronic pain from? What is the root to that? Being drained by negative energies. The negative energies within her or outside? Both. A combination. Can we work with her aspect there that's within the dome to now help her surround herself with the same golden energy shielding throughout this life? Yes. Can we set an intent that she does this when she wakes up and hours before she goes to bed that will ensure that she no longer has this chronic fatigue pain? Yes. And if she does this, can we do that for her? Yes. Higher self, thank you. If we could go ahead and strengthen her muscle weakness, please. It has to do with being drained. Okay, let's go ahead and fill that in with the most infinite love light of source for the higher self. Can we ask for that assistance from the beings there in the dome? Yes. Okay, good. Connection is clear with them. Beautiful. Also, the scoliosis. Can we look at that? Where did that root begin? A past life. What happened in that past life? I think it was damaged from falling off very high. A suicide. Can we go ahead and heal that time now so we can heal her now? Yes. Thank you. Very good. Now, what was the root cause of her allergies? Her energies are not resonating with the environment. If she surrounds herself with the golden energy, will that help her allergies in the future? Yes. Can we heal any reaction right now that the allergies have caused? Yes. And let's look at the eczema in her. She said mostly in her hands. What is causing that? Blockage of the energy flow through the hands. Can we go ahead and heal that? Yes. Good. And the food intolerance, she said she has mainly in her stomach area and so on. Was that connected to the reptilians in her stomach, or was it also part of her growth? It's a combination of both. She will have an easier time when they are gone. I know we're healing there already. The higher self says she will still need to continue with health. Aurora says, she said she has asthma. Sometimes she says when she walks up the stairs or so on, she gets a random asthma attack, and sometimes she doesn't. What is the root cause to this? A block. Reptilian energy. If I could just make sure we heal her from her asthma, please. Can we do that, higher self? Yes. Wonderful. She's been under some time. How's she holding up? Good. Let's go ahead and scan her blurry vision. She says she gets it sometimes in her eyes. It had to do with reptilian energy in her lungs as well. Checking the eyes. Let's also go ahead and heal her eyes. Also her vertigo. What was that connected to? The cap in her third eye. Let's go ahead and heal that. I know we healed that earlier, but make sure she doesn't get vertigo anymore. And how about the headaches? The cap as well, in the chip, in the implant. Was it because it was holding too much energy there and causing the headache? Yes. Okay. And then also chronic sinusitis, was that caused by that too as well? Combination of implant and reptilian energy. Making sure that her sinuses are now clear, please. Can you do that? Yes. Also, obsessive compulsive disorder, the OCD, germaphobe. What is the reason for that? Fears. Fears, okay. Can we help her start transmuting some of those fears that we may have already with the Phoenix fire we're using on her? Yes. Also, being a perfectionist. Why? What can we do about that? Does she need that? It ties in with OCD, control, and fear. Also, can you find out why she sometimes feels like she's gone for a period of time and all of a sudden she doesn't realize she lost time? Why does it happen to her? There's a combination of things, and I am not entirely sure what. Was it a combination of some of that negative energy in her, or is it something else? That's part of it. Part of it is just being pulled somewhere else, not having a connection to Earth, not fully connecting with the body. Now that she's not going to have any of these blockages, can we help her integrate better and be able to be more grounded within her body, being able to bear being a human? Yes. You know, she's had a hard time since she was little about that, so thank you. She says sometimes her energies were like she didn't feel something was right. It turned into something dark. What was causing that? It stemmed from her strong belief, fighting justice, and reptilian energy fed off of that. And when she's having those negative thought forms, is she transmuting and trying to heal that? Yes. Why would she feel like she gets ill from the sun? It becomes too much for her. All the negative forces in her, the implants, the caps, reptilians, are all stopping her from absorbing well. Can we make it nice and healthy? As we know, the sun's energy very much feels like source energy. So she could be able to start replenishing her energy in the sun. Yes. Archangel Michael, if you could assist the higher self as you have been already, let's go ahead and scan her body one more time. I want to make sure we don't miss any other reptilian consciousnesses or energy or entity. Scan her body now. Does she have anything else? Higher self says, the throat. What's going on in the throat? It's a reptilian energy suffocating. Let's go ahead and encase that reptilian energy there with alchemy symbols now. Is there anywhere else? Any other reptilian consciousness in her? The lower back. Let's encase that one with alchemy symbols, please. Anywhere else? No, just the throat, neck, in that area. Okay, and then her lower back. Michael, if you could tell the higher self, are these able to positively ascend? Will they allow themselves to be free and not be recycled straight to source? Instead, allow for them to ascend into a positive ascension polarization. Love them. I honor and thank them. Will they allow it? Higher self says struggle. From both? Yes, they're latching onto the chest. Let's make sure we have them in alchemy symbols. I'm using Phoenix Fire wherever they're trying to latch onto. Michael, can we aid them? Or should we just remove them? Remove. Michael, Metatron, if you could both now assist with pulling them out, containing them in their symbols and pulling them out. And also, the ones that we took out earlier again, you are all supervising where it is that you're meant to take them to help them heal. Please, pulling them out as you continue to pull them out. I want to scan one more time. Michael, higher self, is there any other reptilian consciousness? Scan her one more time. Higher self says, the heart chakra is in the hands. There is still a bit of blockage. Okay, let's go ahead and heal those now. Let's use Phoenix Fire there in her hands. Higher self says, can we call Yeshua? If we could call on Yeshua now, higher self, as you requested, calling him to heal her hands. Yes. Good. And open up the heart chakra in her hands. They are opening. Very good. They are opening. Beautiful. Thank you. Are there any other implants, hooks, or portals that we need to heal? No. Scan her one more time. Higher self, any other reptilian consciousness or entities? She is clear. Beautiful. Did we remove the reptilian consciousness within both of those parts of the body? Yes. Good. If you all can go ahead and take them all now with love and light and assist them wherever it is that they need to go, wherever it is that they will get assistance from, please. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, can we check the chakras, higher self? Are there any chakras that need healing? Are they blocked or misaligned? The root chakra. What is within the root? Does it just need healing? Grounding. Can you do that for her, please? Can you make that grounding stronger? Perhaps making a nice, healthy cord as her higher self sees fit. Grounding? Yes. Good. Anytime she feels ungrounded, she can focus attention on this cord too and ground herself. Higher self says yes. Beautiful. Now, check her auric field. Does it need any repairs, or are there any tears? Tears caused by self-doubt, tears below the solar plexus. Can we heal that now for her, please? Let's fill in the auric field, making it nice and strong. Yes. Can we help her with that doubt? I know she says she has a lot of doubt. Yes. She knew all her answers. Help her understand that she has them all within her. At any point that they are able to give and to be given to her, help her no longer doubt her inner voice and her inner knowing. Can you do that, higher self? Yes. I know that you've activated those abilities. Somewhat of whatever is allowed in this time and space of those, that being there in the dome and also the child as she was with her abilities, I know that it's going to make a lot of difference for her in her life. Thank you. Are there any other contracts, higher self, that we can go ahead and remove from her? To feel duty. There's a contract for duty? Duty, yeah. Carrying guilt. What's the guilt she's carrying? The duty of not fulfilled another life. Can you ask Archangel Michael, can we remove that contract, please? Yes. Let's go ahead and remove that and heal that and any other contracts that no longer serve her highest good. Is there any current trauma that we can heal for her, or a past life trauma? The higher self says, painful separation from divine love partner. About that, she wanted to know if she will meet him this life. What can you tell her about this twin flame? And let's go ahead and heal that trauma for her, please. Yes. Is this twin flame union going to come forth for her in this life? Is this someone she's already met or she is meeting? It would be a different connection. Okay. Does she have any connection to that? There's this being that she's meeting now. Does it have a connection with Francois? There's a connection there. There's a possibility. And right now, she's looking at more than one possibility where he could come into. Yes. Would it be the same gentleman she met in that life with those beautiful golden eyes? Energies are similar. Very good. I know she's been under longer than expected. Is there anything else that I could have asked that I haven't asked? Her dog. He's special. Can you tell her about that, please? He's great. Great love. What is he to her? Say, beyond this existence. What's the connection there? It's unclear. It's unclear? What is he here for? Besides love, is there anything else? Transmuting. He's also transmuting for himself. He's healing. Yes. Very good. Higher self, can you ask Archangel Michael, are we complete with the body scan? Yes. Beautiful. Very good. Thank you. Higher self, is there anything else you would like to tell her before we bring her back? Higher self says, there's a deeper divine connection to her mother, found through many, many lifetimes. What is that? Tell her more about that. She has always been mother energy to me, much like Mother Mary to Yeshua. There's a strong bond there, like is her mother a fractal of Mother Mary? Yes. With that, does that mean that she would carry the energies of Mary Magdalene, Bella? Yes. Is that who her higher self would be? A fractal. I sense more. What can you tell us, higher self? Someone of great power and persuasion, great leadership. Do we have a name? The name is unclear. Sense a goddess. Anything else you could tell her about herself to help her or her spiritual growth? All about love. I sense a lot of both the goddess of justice and the goddess of love. Wonderful. The balance of the two. Higher self, is there anything else you would like to say before I bring her back? No. Very good. May I bring her back now? Yes. I want to thank Archangel Michael, Metatron, and everyone else who assisted today. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you for assisting her, and higher self for connecting us. End of the session. What a beautiful session, complementing the beginning of our journey through these soul galactic journeys of the universe, reminding us how sacred groups, as these monks hidden in the mountains, have worked with devotion throughout our Earth's history to maintain what is pure and in need of shielding and protection from those who would abuse this raw, pure divine power. As Bella was, with her most unique signature, goddess types of energies, what could those who wield dark magic use her abilities for? The power of telepathy and wielding the fire and the elements. We see why the need exists to protect someone so pure in this dense and distorted world. For as we know, those who are born on earth cannot harness with ease these divine abilities as Bella's that are common functions beyond the veil in this realm. Our deepest humbled gratitude and thanks to these monks and all those who play the similar role throughout creation, as they are shielding and protecting what is most precious to the universe. In Chapter 1, the first reptilian consciousness attachments, we first learned about experiments the reptilians were performing on the young children. We were told that these were beginning experiments that eventually evolved and were no longer needed. The reason why they evolved was because they were able to successfully attach reptilian consciousnesses into the people, just as we saw through Bella's example of how she had one attached. The reptilian consciousness that was not cooperative and was hiding and masking as a human entity. The reptilians from those earlier time and space eventually reached an understanding on how human bodies work. By putting humans under stress and trauma mentally, the reptilians are able to energetically penetrate, just like they did to the little boy that could not push back and stop the infringement of the reptilian consciousness insertion into him. We will learn more with each chapter why this is important. As we continue to encounter them in healing sessions, we will come into awareness on why these infringing consciousnesses play a big role in our Earth's collective in holding it dense and heavy. I found great resonance with this beautiful race during the session and was able to connect to them through the Akashic Hall of Records. Often when I conduct sessions, the benevolent races that we connect to during create a bond with me afterward. Upon doing so, I realized that they were connected to the Christ consciousness, or could even be seen as the origination of this collective consciousness that aids all of creation with their wisdom and shields of love protection. I was also told that since Bella carried Mary Magdalene within her soul, her twin flame, who had been afar for too long, that was on a mission, was Jesus, Yeshua. He was still working on earth, aiding life on it. When the eyes of two souls meet, who separated from one another as twin flames, no matter the realm and dimension, they will always remember and feel this deep resonance and understanding to one another, as Bella and her twin flame did in this session. Love, no matter in whichever bond, whether it is twin flame, soulmate, or an offspring, the soul will always recognize these sacred bonds of soul families from beyond. At times, the client, such as Bella, is not able to receive these details during the session about her race, being Christ or Christ consciousness, as she was not yet within her timeline organically meant for her highest good. Remembrance of our souls, if not ready, can be more harmful than helpful as we recall within our earthly experience who we truly are beyond the veil. It is beautiful to know in some time and space when clients are ready, they will find out some of these inner finer details in accordance with divine timing and always for their highest good. Bella's journey explains the uniqueness and infinite love that Jesus, Yeshua, emanated when incarnated on earth, and when we connect to him energetically in the now. And he wields his most beautiful love light aura, divinely in assistance to others in need of it, as he has taught us how to use our own infinite I Am Source love light to heal self and other selves. This very force field is what he used when he walked earth. When someone would come into his presence, he would lovingly wield his love light force field directed toward the person with the higher self's permission and assist them in removal of densities, holding them back from their organic soul expansion. Which is why people would experience miracles from across the room with him not even touching them. because it was his source love light that was gently brushing against their auric field like a wave and taking within its powerful healing the infringements in them as entities, implants, and negative technologies. This beautiful session helps us understand further about beings who are highly attuned to the energies of the universe. How would they bear living here on Earth, surrounded by such a destructive atmosphere, with the combination of the chemtrails, the metals in our foods, the water pollution? What kind of effects would they have to be able to remain in this lowest dimension? In her case, allergies, hospitalizations, and chronic pain. Perhaps her unique soul family's abilities of shielding are needed on Earth and are assisting tremendously. We send her our love for her courage and strength. We all have these innate natural abilities awaiting to be acknowledged and activated. This is why we have included some of the sacred teachings in this book for you to activate and practice your I Am Source Love Light shielding to begin building a solid foundation for your spiritual practice and growth. In the next chapter, we will go through some of Jesus, Yeshua's key teachings about love and how religions have distorted his true teachings over time. A quote from Aurora: "The bravest of hearts chooses to remain open in a world that views its kindness as weakness."
Greetings. It is such an honor to be here with you explaining what Galactic Soul History book series is about. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A. Hypnosis Healing, which you will find here in our beautiful books. Book 1. Every part of this book is divinely beautiful, beginning from the cover and the amount of wisdom and knowledge that is being shared. This book began by A.U.R.A. Hypnosis Healing Technique by conducting past life regression on over 330 clients within the last 3 years, where they told their galactic history, their soul journeys, explaining who they were beyond the veil, beyond this earth, in the dimensions, in a universe. These different higher self expressions surprise me just as much as they're going to surprise you. You're going to start reading this book and you're going to want to learn more and more about these different expressions, not wanting to stop. Through these past life regressions, the clients were able to remember consciously what is within the subconscious as far as where it is that they've traveled throughout time and space, their souls have traveled, and they were able to share histories of different dimensions, planets, and universe and alternate worlds that brought forth pieces of the puzzle, pieces we had thought that we had forgotten. And through every self-expression that they share and these different past lives that they're sharing or future, we learn to be able to remember self, because as we are all fractals of one another, through this book, you will learn how even if a client is talking through a higher self perspective or some of the angelics are talking, you will learn how each one of those have messages even within your life, as we are all expressions and reflections of one another. True history of the galactic history of the universe through all different forms of these higher self expressions, these different clients of throughout internationally throughout the world didn't know each other, but yet we're able to put this beautiful collaboration together. It goes through an infinite amount of how to self-heal, as well as things that are very sensitive, as the My Lab, as how to weave through the artificial matrix and learning to come out from it into the organic matrix. I am a channel to the galactics, and we channeled furthermore information through this book as well. You will remember your soul through other cells. This in itself is infinitely beautiful, because this is why we fractalize from source itself, so that we can learn from one another, sharing each other's journeys throughout our different incarnations, so that we could grow together. So this is what this book is all about, sharing these beautiful infinite expressions that help you grow in the most profound ways, gaining your sovereignty, gaining your power back, recalling memories long lost within perhaps your memory field, activating your crystalline energies, your crystalline bodies, just as you will fall in love with each one of these different clients, these beautiful souls in these soul journeys. You will also learn to fall in love with yourself, because you, with every wisdom, every knowledge gained through every single session that you will learn how to also self-heal within your etheric, your energy body, your physical body, your infinite soul. You will learn all these different things that we thought were not possible, that you will learn that they are possible. Looking forward to meeting you perhaps in the future through whichever form, whether that is on my YouTube channel, whether it is through any class or certification, through a workshop, through a seminar. Thank you for following your heart to mine. I love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you.